Okay, where is Bellinger going to play? Where is he going to hit? What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. So now that the Yankees have officially acquired Cody Bellinger, I have two questions for you. I talked about this a little bit on the live stream yesterday. For those that were on, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate you. And if you're not subbed to this channel, you're a Yankee fan in baseball or just a baseball fan in general, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and just turn on any notifications. I thank you so much for that. I don't want you to miss anything. So, talked about this yesterday. Where is Bellinger going to play? Where's he going to hit? All right. There's so many people, so many beat writers, Bob Nightingale, the John Boy, and all these other folks saying he's been told he's going to play center field and so on. And again, all due respect to them, I don't give a damn what they say. They probably don't give a damn what I say. Okay. It's going to give you my take on it. Okay. To me, the most logical thing here would be to play Jason Dominguez in center field and Cody Bellinger in left, despite what Bob Nightingale said and the John Boy and the rest of them said. Okay. Apparently, the Yankees have told Bellinger he's going to play center field. Here's my take on it. You let me know what your thoughts are. Okay. Jason Dominguez has been developed as a center fielder, coming through the system as an international player, center fielder, right? And the Yankees now that Juan Soto's no longer here, Aaron Judge is being moved to right field. Cody Bellinger, I think, would be best suited in left field. Why? Because he's an elite defender, okay, as is Aaron Judge. And I want the rookie to play in center field. Why do I want the rookie to play in center field? Because he'll be protected on either side by an elite outfielder. Bellinger here, Judge there, okay? If you put him in left field, he'll be protected in center field by Bellinger, but he'll have the wall to defend, or the wall to compete with on the other side. And playing left field in Yankee Stadium is harder to play than center field in Yankee Stadium. Okay? This is why I'd rather have the elite veteran in left field and the rookie in center field. That way he can make his mistakes, make his adjustments, and have protection from two good guys on either side of him. That, to me, makes a heck of a lot more sense than Cody Bellinger in center field. Bellinger doesn't need the protection that Dominguez does. Okay? He's elite with the glove. Yes, he's much better in the glove in the outfield than he is at first base. We know this, right? So you give me your take on it. I think it's best suited to put Bellinger in left right now and Dominguez in center field. They show to be a difference. You know, if they showed that the other side is a better way, then so be it. Okay. Now, my other question is, where's he going to hit in the lineup, Bellinger? Right now, to me, it really depends on what the Yankees do moving forward. They need to add two more bats, and they're going to add two more bats, whether it's free agency or trade and so on and so forth, right? If they get contact-oriented bats, right, no matter who they are, whether it's Lamont Wade or one of these guys for first base, let's say, and another contact bat for third base, then I would put Cody Bellinger at fourth, in between Aaron Judge at third and Giancarlo Stanton at fifth. That said, if they happen to get a guy that's a little bit more connected to power, like Josh Naylor or even Nate Lowe or one of these other guys, then I would put those guys at fourth, especially since they're lefty bats, and I would move Bellinger to second. That way you'd have lefty, righty, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then whoever's going to be the leadoff is the leadoff. It just makes more sense to me to have the more power-oriented guy at fourth and use Bellinger's more diverse skill set at second. Okay? But if they need to put him at fourth, you put him at fourth. I guess they're going to try to experiment and see what works best. But to me, I think, Bellinger's going to be a heck of a lot better protected by Judge and even Stanton than to a degree whoever is going to bat leadoff. So those, to me, are the two scenarios. And I want to know what your thoughts are. Where do you think he should play in the outfield and why? And where do you think he should bat in the lineup and why? I think somebody like Josh Naylor, who's more associated with power, would be a more likely fit to bat fourth. I would move Bellinger to second there. Nate Lowe, I'd probably do the same thing from Texas if they happen to acquire him. But if it's somebody like Carlos Santana, maybe I keep him at second and have Bellinger at fourth. They're going to go the free agent route, right? So, and if they're going to go the free agent route, I think that's probably the option they're going to go with. Or Paul Goldschmidt, right? Goldschmidt, I'd probably bat a little bit lower in the lineup. maybe at sixth after Judge or something like that. It really depends on who they bring in. Now, on the same token, right? Staying at first base. This is why I don't think the Yankees are going to sign a player that's attached to a qualifying offer. Why? Because of the relationship it has, and I talked about this yesterday. The relationship it has with the international free agent market. Some people are like, what? Well, every time you sign a player that's attached to a qualifying offer, you have to forfeit $1 million in international money. Every time. They've already done that with Max Fried. Okay? You also have to forfeit 2 draft picks. Okay? You're not forfeiting it to the team. You're forfeiting it to this pool. The team is getting a compensatory pick on the other end. Like, we're not getting 2 draft picks for Juan Soto leaving to the Mets. We're getting a compensatory pick after the 4th round. Okay? We're not getting the $1 million in international money either. That's going into a pool. Okay? So the Yankees have already allocated some of the international money to the 17-year-old Dominican shortstop that I talked about last week, right? But Roki Sasaki is the prize, and the Yankees are going to be in the running for him. And every time they sign a player attached to a QO, it makes it harder to do that. So that's the relationship. It's like, do you want the smart girl? Do you want the hot girl? Like, it's like one of these ridiculous questions, right? But it's true. And I hope that they change that in the next CBA. I hope that teams are not penalized the way that they are for signing a player attached to a QL. It's just something's got to give there. Let the team that gives him flip the draft pick thing around. Instead of losing 2 picks, you lose 1, and the team gets 2. How about that? The team is losing, the player gets 2. So, but that's just my take on it. And I think, to me, and this is why I don't think Pete Alonso's coming here. I don't think Alex Bregman's coming here. I don't think Christian Walker's coming here. Now, that could change, obviously. If it changes, then so be it, right? There's a lot of talk right now about Anthony Santander. And which is why I say if they're going to sign another player attached to a QO, it's probably going to be Christian Walker, right? Unless something happens and it winds up being Corbin Burns. So, which I don't see happening. But Christian Walker and a second person would be probably Anthony Santander for first base. If you can get him on a 5-year deal at a little bit of a lower salary, and he's a switch hitter, and his bat plays well. His glove does not, and that's the other thing. Christian Walker's bat plays a heck of a lot better than Santander. But these are the 2 guys that continue to be linked and relinked to the Yankees, Santander and Christian Walker. Okay, but again, if that happens, I think the Yankees, and you keep an eye out for this, because if the Yankees happen to trade guys like Marcus Stroman, Jose Trevino, Trent Grisham, and they trade him for comp picks and international money, then that's a sign that they're probably either looking to reload for Roki Sasaki or going to sign somebody attached to a QL. Right? That's a clear-cut sign for this. So it's something I would keep our eyes and ears out for. That's why I say turn the notifications on if you haven't done that yet, because this type of stuff I like to look at on a regular basis. I like to talk about, and I like to keep you informed fully on these little details. Because the Yankees happen to, I didn't expect them to trade for Bellinger yesterday. There was a lot of talk, right? I didn't expect them to trade for Devin Williams. But they've turned Nestor Cortez and Scott Efros, and not Scott, Nestor Cortez and Cody Poteet into Cody Bellinger, Devin Williams, and Max Fried. So, we're all right. So, and the Yankees aren't done yet. I expect them to add a lefty reliever or 2. Obviously, a first baseman and either a second base or a third base, who can probably his positionally versatile. They can address that in free agency too, but there are other players like Brandon Lowe from Tampa. Maybe they can get him for second base, right? Maybe they picked up an option with the goal of trading at Tampa Bay. Doesn't like to really spend on players. So I think it's a $10.5 million option for second base. So maybe they did that. Maybe you can get that. If you get that, then you have Jazz at third. You're good in the infield. Okay? Or you can move Jazz to second, where he's a little bit more of a natural fit, and you go after third baseman. But the second base market seems to have a little bit more options because the guys at third base that I love, like Brendan Donovan or Ryan McMahon, don't seem to be available. So that tells me that they're probably going to look to add a second baseman instead of a third baseman. They've already added their left fielder, I think. Their outfield, I should say. But so give me your thoughts on that too. QO, the relationship between the QO and international free agency, and where should Bellinger play? Where should he bat? Okay, I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Load up the comments. Okay, if anything comes out today, I'll get it to you. Okay, and by the way, if I haven't said this yet, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all of you. Whatever you celebrate, may it be merry, may it be happy. But I'll be going all the way up until that point anyway. But I wanted to say that in advance. Peace.